It's time for Top That Trade. Here to make our day are Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network News contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. Here we go with our trader game. Round number one, caution or climb in. Fed Chair Jay Powell concerned about stagflation or inflation hitting the economy some more. That means the Fed is in the wait and see mode before cutting rates. Are you cautiously playing the stock market or climbing right in?
Well, always got to be looking at bullish opportunities, the way I look at things. There are some stocks that are still haven't rallied. Look at Apple. It's had the worst performance of the Mag 7 here in 2025. It's still down 20% from its highs. So there are stocks with some good risk reward. But again, that is the key. After a big bounce, it's all about having the proper positioning and the right entry.
And I don't see stagflation at all. I know we saw some weak data if you look at the headline number of the GDP, but if you break it down in the private sector, we're seeing a lot of investment. That's very bullish for stocks. And I think it was the last time on the show or the time before that, I was talking about the monthly formation on the S&P 500, I believe, and we were looking at how it reflected the sell-off during COVID. In the economy, so much better than COVID. We're not shutting down. So that's why we're projected new highs, and I think we're going to see that very shortly.
And new highs mean a full V recovery, and then that target 7,500 in the S&P. But I want Phil to tell me what stagflation looks like, because I've never seen it. I'm too young for that.
I was in the 70s, and it led to big wide ties and a lot of polyester.
Round two, play the platinum pops. Are you a buyer of the rips or the dips in platinum?
Platinum had an incredible run, and there's a lot of reasons to be long platinum. In fact, there was a new IPO that came out of South Africa, one of the biggest producers of platinum. There is a global shortage of platinum, and everybody knows it, similar to what we've seen in copper. And obviously, the concerns about potential tariffs or sanctions on Russia could tighten those supplies even more. But I think in the short term, platinum's a bit ahead of itself. The way you may want to play it right now is the traditional long gold, short platinum spread. This is a very volatile spread, but it's made money like 14 out of the last 15 years over this time of year. And you can buy one gold, sell two platinum, and that might be the best way to play the platinum in the futures market.
There's a lot of pop potential in platinum, that's for sure. At one time, platinum used to trade at a premium to gold. That shows you how old I am. But if you adjust the price for inflation, we've been trading between 900 and 1100. A breakout here sends it to 1300. But if you adjust it for inflation, we have to get to like 3500 to take out those old highs from 2008, 2009. So we would have to triple from here. There's a lot of upside. But again, we've been saying the same thing about silver, and it just hasn't happened yet.
Round three, headline news, investing and trading. It's been one of the most fascinating years watching the market react to big news stories, i.e. tariffs. Do you let headlines drive your trading day?
No. Price. It's all about price. You will lose your minds more so than usual if you follow just every single news story down a rabbit hole. Follow the price. But the good news of all this is I used to have a 2-day rule when we had some interesting market shaking news. You'd want to see where we were 2 days later. Now that has been shortened, and now it's less than a day. The market's sorted out much more quickly. So the markets have gotten efficient, and they've caught up this whole fake news phenomenon.
There's an old adage in trading that if you trade headlines, you'll end up selling newspapers, right? So that's the old adage. But I think when you look at the amount of headlines that we've been getting, they are market moving, and they can actually be opportunities for day traders, right? Because you have to expect the unexpected. But make no mistake about it, when you're trading the futures markets, there have been a lot of headlines that have moved market, and a lot of them are very dubious. For example, there's reports from headlines that OPEC says they're going to cut production or raise production. It gets denied almost the next day.
Here's your bonus round question. True or false? Major League Baseball is making a substantial investment in women's professional softball.
Yes, true.
True, of course. True. Bring back the old women's baseball league. Remember how they used to play in dresses? I'm saying bring it back.
Not touching that with a 10-foot bat, Phil. But you both hit it out of the park. It's true.
Come on. I love that. A League of Their Own, one of my favorite movies. Come on.
Phil, you are in a league of your own in a very special way. Thank you. Business First AM will be right back.